We have made it to the end of Ahsoka. So today I thought it was time for me to stop and talk about the entire series Ahsoka. Please note that everything that I will say in this video is just my very own opinion. My name is SW Nation, and you are free to comment down below. What did you think of the entire series? Are you a Clone Wars fan? Are you a Rebels fan? Which one is better? Comment down below in the comment section. And please don't forget to check out that Twitter. That link is always in the description. And also that Star Wars playlist. That link is also in the description as well. Please know that going into this, I am going to be talking some minor spoilers about the finale, but also the rest of the series in general. With all of that being said, like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get right into our review. No cookie cutter. Let's start off with the good. And the good thing that comes to mind here is that this is the first series that feels story-based from Star Wars on Disney Plus, in the sense that it is a story that I actually like and found it to come full circle by the end. As the plot is about locating Thrawn and Ezra, by the end you see Ahsoka and Sabine kind of take the place of Thrawn and Ezra. Now they're the ones that's not in our actual galaxy, and I really like that. I think the finale probably has to be like my favorite episode. I mean, we have the Anakin episode that goes through the Clone Wars and, you know, young Ahsoka, that I'm very memorable of, but man, the finale was just like everything that I kind of wanted from this series and that I want from other Star Wars series. It landed the ship beautifully, and it's what I thought the show Obi-Wan would be like. If you give me lightsabers and mysticisms in any Star Wars project, then you automatically get 10 points. So when they started doing everything that I wanted Obi-Wan to do, this show immediately became better than Obi-Wan and better than Book of Boba Fett for me. Another thing here, Ray Stevenson as Baylan Skoll, I think that's the name. Look, I've never seen him in anything. I'm not going to lie to you. So I'm not going to be like the rest of the Twitter bros out there like, oh my God, Ray Stevenson, this is one of his best roles. 9 times out of 10, they probably have never seen him in anything other than this. So Ray Stevenson, I've never seen him in anything other than this, and I really liked his performance. You know, as an actor that I'm just now getting introduced to, I really, like, I don't know if I've seen him in anything. I should say that, because I probably have seen him in stuff. I just don't know if I have. But I really enjoyed his performance. He's not on the dark or light side. He's in his own world. He's a little gray area in there, and that's where he operates. And he has his own agenda that could be as sinister as the Sith, but he also has this honor of the Jedi. So it's like he doesn't have an allegiance to the Empire, but he doesn't have an allegiance to the Jedi neither, but he also kind of believes in the Jedi, and he honors them because he was one. Now, going into Thrawn, my introduction to Thrawn is inside of this show. The build up and payoff to seeing Thrawn, him finally winning in the end. The finale ends on a cliffhanger with Thrawn winning. I like that. I really did. I really enjoyed that, and I really enjoyed Thrawn, the performance of Thrawn, actually. He's this cold, calculating person, and like the way that he does little subtle glimpses and the way that he talks, the way he walks up, it's just like Ray Stevenson's performance, but totally different. I love it. He has honor. He's very proper, but also he's very much an antagonist. But I love just the subtle reactions and the subtle hints as to his fear of Anakin Skywalker. How when they finally revealed that Ahsoka's master was Anakin, and how shocked he gets and the fear on his face without actually moving his mouth muscles. Oh, you just see it in his eyes.
Her master was General Anakin Skywalker.
Yes.
That performance worked for me. Just the fear. You could clearly tell the fear that he has of Anakin Skywalker. So I just found like my introduction to Thrawn is a good one. And if I want to go further into this character, I will. Lastly, let's talk about Ahsoka's journey and Anakin's juxtaposition to that, both of them being masters to Padawans. So she goes from stoic to hopeful inside of the middle of the series. And I will talk about that later, but on one hand, I'm kind of mixed on that because I really do enjoy the fact that we leave this stoic, always have their arms crossed Ahsoka, and we go into a more hopeful Ahsoka that wears white, that feels like she's found her hope again. When you bring in Hayden Christensen as Anakin in there. It's just a whole lot of fun, but also you get to have the live action Anakin and live action Ahsoka, and you get to have that journey with her. I've been thinking about this ever since I watched the finale, actually, the entire show. If all of these shows are leading up to a crossover event in the movies with Heir to the Empire, isn't Ahsoka kind of like the Iron Fist of the series? Because Mandalorian's the Daredevil. Everybody loves Mandalorian. Jessica Jones could be Book of Boba Fett. Starts off pretty okay, then just you really don't care about it. You got Luke Cage. Obi-Wan Kenobi is clearly that show because Luke Cage started off fantastic. Obi-Wan Kenobi started off pretty fantastic, and then they shifted gears like in the middle, and then it just ended off terribly. And then now you have Ahsoka, Iron Fist. Literally, Iron Fist season 1 was just set up for the Defenders. Ahsoka season 1 is just set up for Heir to the Empire. But I like Ahsoka more than Iron Fist. I do. So there's a lot of good for this series. But now I have to move to the bad. And the bad thing that comes to mind here is that my experience was just tainted. I have a lot of great things to say about Ahsoka. But I was constantly reminded that I was the outlier. And I felt like that too. I can appreciate most of the elements that I said in the good, but this series is just Rebels season 5 to me. I've never seen the Clone Wars or Rebels. I also felt like Sabine never truly won me over as a great character. Throughout the entire show, she just kind of makes a lot of selfish decisions, which ultimately works out for her in the end. And, sometimes they'll have some redeeming moments, but overall, I just didn't find her character that entertaining, intriguing. And another thing is that is nothing against the actress. I just found her a little bit corny. Like just a little bit corny in some scenes. She just didn't win me over. Some episodes are gems, others are just boring season 5 Rebel stuff. And when they did do some cool things, literally the next episode they'll drop a cameo in there. C-3PO's back. People on Twitter declared that as the greatest thing since sliced bread. And that kind of solidified some of my issues with the show, was that it's so doused in Rebels season 5 and Clone Wars culture that everything that references Clone Wars and Rebels is automatically peak. But all Dave Filoni really did in like some of these episodes was just dangle Rebels season 5 culture in y'all faces, and y'all just took the bait. It called it peak. Rosario Dawson, while it was her arc, kind of felt flat for most of the series. Now look, wrapping all of this up, I can take the story for what it is. I can be excited for the Heir to the Empire film, but this is clearly for the Clone Wars and Rebels fans that grew up watching those shows for 15 years up to this point. I have no background knowledge of Clone Wars or Rebels, but I can tell you that maybe I might start watching Clone Wars after episode 5. Not gonna lie, it seems like it's gonna be a whole lot of fun. I just have to get in the groove of watching it. In conclusion, the Ahsoka series never truly let me in on the joke. I felt distant from the plot and some of its characters because I know nothing about Clone Wars or Rebels, and this is essentially Rebels Season 5. But I'll be damned, when it comes to the good, Dave Filoni delivers what a great Star Wars show should be. Mysticism, lightsabers, space battles, big galaxy sweeping threats, and all of it cultivates in a finale that lands the ship beautifully, that closes off this show's story, but also teases something bigger that's coming in the Heir to the Empire film that combines all of these different shows, Book of Boba Fett, Mandalorian. I can't wait. For that alone, it's a B-. and I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. Now, the only reason why I'm giving it a 6.5 out of 10 is because that's a grading scale of like the entire series. My entertainment value, I was entertained for some episodes. And this show is for the Clone Wars fans. And yes, know that if you're not one of those fans, you're going to be at arm's length with everything. But you will be able to understand the story like I was if you have great comprehension skills. Alright guys, that is it for the review / rant. Please know that everything that I did say in this video was just my very own opinion, and you're free to comment down below. What did you think of the Ahsoka series? Comment all of your thoughts down below. Are you a fan of Clone Wars or Rebels? Which one is better? Comment that down below as well, and comment down below if you would like to see me talk about Clone Wars or Rebels on this channel. I'm pretty sure if you don't comment that, I'm probably going to do it anyway. But with all of that being said, please don't forget to check out that Twitter. That link is in the description, as well as that Star Wars playlist that has all of my Star Wars content on the channel. That link is in the description as well. And with all of that being said, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Peace.